Well, hello my little beauties, it's David Connolly here again, wearing that famous blue t-shirt with faded logo, and I wanted to have a little conversation in front of the camera. Seems like a long time since we've done this. I apologise for looking as rough as a badger's ass, but I have been working 20 hours a day. Look at that crazy face. That's what happens when you work 20 hours a day. Anyway, I want to talk about NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, and other types of IT contracts, the likes of which you are bound to see if you are a professional web developer. Now, it's high time that we had a conversation about this stuff, because there are some very obvious truths that I actually think we might as well just all face up to. So here is the vibe. I'm sure you know what's coming up, right? When you're a professional developer, often you will be asked to sign a contract before you start a project, and in the UK sometimes this will be an NDA, which stands for non-disclosure agreement. You may have another contract with different wording, and essentially all of these different contracts are all designed to stop you from ripping the company off. That's basically it. To stop you from ripping the company off, and I suppose to stop you from doing anything uncool, okay? So I've built a few apps that deal with financial companies, for example. That involves sensitive information. Yes, there may be contracts saying, hey, you're not going to do anything uncool and all of that stuff, okay? Now, there's something that has been increasingly obvious to me over the last couple of years, and it's so obvious I don't even know why I never realised this before. The thought occurred to me that those contracts, however they may be worded, whatever fancy title they may have, those contracts are actually unenforceable. Completely unenforceable, right? Now, if there's any clients of mine or potential clients that are all going to be going, ooh, listen, relax. I haven't changed personality, you know. Personality turned into Sean Connery for a minute. I'm just saying, right, okay, here is a guitar plectrum, right? Here's a guitar plectrum. Now, imagine if some character hires you to build a website that sells guitar plectrums, right? And they make you sign a contract that says you're not going to pass on any of our secrets about how we get plectrums and all of that, how the distribution works. And you're not going to get involved in the plectrum business. You're not going to steal our code. In fact, it shall be our code. And basically, you are hereby legally tied into this stuff, okay? Now, this is very normal. In fact, I would be surprised if this kind of thing did not happen. But here's what I'm saying. Let's imagine you live in the EU, okay, or America, for example. There is nothing whatsoever to stop you from registering a domain name from Iceland and hosting a website in Iceland, the country, of course, not the Great Value supermarket. There's nothing to stop you from doing that, and in doing so, you are out with the jurisdiction of the US government and the European Union and pretty much the rest of the civilized universe. There is absolutely nothing that can be done legally to enforce those contracts. Now, you may have a piece of paper that says I'm not going to go in the plectrum business, and who knows, maybe if you launch a site selling plectrums, you're going to have a bunch of people coming after you and saying, hey, you signed a contract. But here's the thing, folks. Source code is not viewable by the general public. I'm talking about PHP, Node.js and all of that stuff, right? So who's going to know? Who is going to have a clue? You change the design. You maybe add in a little domain name privacy thing. Only costs £5, right? Who's gonna know? Nobody's gonna know. And there is nothing that anybody can do to stop you from launching that Plectrum website. Nothing at all. I am delighted if the contract makes people feel good. I am delighted if it makes the office feel as if they're being all proper and crossing the T's and dotting the I's. That's fine. Oh, hallelujah. But let us talk like men. The only thing that is going to stop you from doing anything that is uncool, it's not some contract. It is your integrity. Your integrity as a developer is infinitely more important, more powerful, and more meaningful than any legal contract. As a matter of fact, the entire legal universe, I've built sites for 2 QCs and 1 lawyer, okay, in a 20-year career. I know about the legal scene. I've hired lawyers for IT matters in the past, and guess what? Hey lawyers, you guys are going to be shining my shoes, because the legal universe cannot keep up with the IT universe. What's happening in the realms of IT is far too fast for all of that archaic bullshit. You know, you go to your average lawyer and talk to them about how you're using, I don't know, some fancy thing on Firebase, and you're not sure if Google owns the real-time database information that was fleetingly on the database for 3 seconds, or if you own it. You go talk to a lawyer about that and they'll just look at you like this. Huh? Okay? I apologize, lawyers, if this sounds a bit demeaning, but this is the reality. Web developers rule, I'm going to swear, no I'm not, we rule the planet. It's just that we don't realize it yet. There is no legal contract that can stop you or me or any other developer from doing anything uncool. I could teach you guys in 1 minute how to get passwords, bank details, anything you want, and you would all be shocked and saying, oh, no, that's really easy. But I'm not going to do that, because I have integrity. You should have integrity. And that is the foundation. Now, I've just blown an incredible IT contract today. There's an IT company just down the road. They needed some help and everything was fine. It was a technology that I really know about. It's CodeIgniter, right? I've done more CodeIgniter tutorials than anyone on the planet Earth. For a while, there was a few conversations about maybe even taking over the framework. Now, they did not go to an advanced level, but there were 1 or 2 emails with Ellis Lab, and the conversations were serious. In the past, I've had people saying, do you own CodeIgniter, right? Now, when it comes to CodeIgniter, I have pretty much, you know, chucked a little flag in the sand and said, right, I think it's safe to say I've probably got that nailed. I'm a good guy to hire for CodeIgniter. So, a company just a few miles down the road needed help with CodeIgniter. Oh, hallelujah. Yes, thank you very much indeed. And I had said to them, you know, since it was a bunch of fellow developers, it was a small web development company, it wasn't a huge big company, then I'm willing to come and go with price, you know. In fact, I says, I'll even build the thing and I'll give you a price, but if you think it's too much, don't pay. You can keep the stuff. It's cool. Who cares? That was my terms, by the way. And they were cool. And everything was cool. And the sun was shining. But then, today, about maybe an hour ago, a message came in saying, hey, can you pop by the office? They said, oh, and by the way, you need to sign an ISO 925R2D2 S231278 form. And you need to bring a driving license and a proof of address and who knows how much other contractual crap. so that we can just make sure that you are who you say you are, so that we can protect our code. Now, I explained to the guy something. Look at that fantastic hair. Isn't it perfect? It's perfect. See that bit? That wee bit there? That's deliberate. That's absolutely deliberate. I'm going to put it back. There we go. Perfect. So anyway, I said to the guy exactly what I've said to you. I said, look, I'm delighted to sign any forms you want. I'll do anything you want. If it makes you feel good, it's all cool. However, I can assure you, your forms are not giving you any protection whatsoever. The thing that's going to protect you is my integrity. Now, any of you very intelligent people watching this, because I know you, it's an intelligent crowd, you would all say, that's right. That's right. This guy has integrity. He has stated the obvious. Behold, the white elephant in the room has been highlighted. Oh, hallelujah. What an honest and straight guy this is. Thank you very much indeed. And I say straight in a non-sexual way because we love all sexes, genders and sexualities and all of that crap. Right. So you would all be cool with that. But this guy, no. He had to go on his little form-filling crusade. He had to be the boss. I explained to him, this is all a bit uncool. Because on the one hand, you're asking me to... Bye. Alright, I'm actually glad that phone went because it stopped me from giving you this soap opera. Anyway, the upshot of it is the whole gig has now gone. It's down the drain. It ain't going to happen. And I won't say that we ended on bad terms or anything, but nevertheless, that hair is just so perfect. How can somebody have such perfect hair and such a perfect face? Anyway, the gig's gone. The gig is blown because the Web Developer Extraordinaire spoke the truth and the dude could not handle the truth. And then, of course, he was like that. Oh, but you need to sign an ISO, I don't know, whatever it is, some form. And I said to him, look, can you not see the problem? On the one hand, when it comes to being paid, I have to treat them like a bunch of fellow developers, a bunch of humble developers, friends, mates rates, even working for the assumption that I might not even get paid. I'm meant to give them a little helping hand, meant to be cool. But then, when it comes to the business end, suddenly it's the form-fooling bullshit crusade. Suddenly we've all to become comrades in bullshit. You know, I said, now suddenly you are behaving like a company who is listed on the FTSE. And I said, and if you're going to be all legal and I never used the word, but kind of pernickety with me, then let me retort with the same vibrational energy. You would be dealing with me in the capacity of a limited company. Hello, a limited company. And because of that, the limited company is a separate legal entity. I said it's like if a guy from a double glazing company sells you double glazing, you don't say to the guy, give me your driving license and your proof of address and blah 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 blah. You don't say that. That would be preposterous because the guy is dealing with you in the capacity of a double glazing company. Do any of you rocket scientists understand this concept? Anyway, that's how it went, and the whole thing went pear-shaped. Now, just in case I send the guy the link, and I shall probably send him the link, he would say in his defense if he were here, he would say, well, this is not our regulation. This is the regulation of the, you know, particular debt management industry or whatever that they are involved in. He would say that. And that's a fair point. But he never made that point. I was asking him time and time again, who made the decision to police this guy? Who made that decision? And he wouldn't give me a straight answer. At least not until right at the end of the conversation. So, hear the words of DC, and hear the words of DC Good. If anybody asks you to sign some kind of contract that says, I ain't going to steal the code, I'm not going to do something illegal, I'm not going to do something uncool, then listen, folks. Sign the contract. Just sign the contract. But let's not kid ourselves. The only thing that protects your clients is not some contract. It is your own integrity. And the person among us who has the balls to admit that is truly the web developer extraordinaire.